Greetings, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it is Tuesday and weekly reset in Destiny 1. Now, I just uploaded a video with Challenge of the Elders, which I just solo. I will give you the bosses. Took me time, but I did get it done. Now, as I said, this is Destiny 1 weekly reset. Here goes nothing. All right. So for the weekly Crucible, we have combined arms. Now, I've been hearing mixed things about Crucible. I've heard it's really difficult to get a match, that sometimes you can get a match with what the weekly Crucible is. I haven't personally tried. I'll admit it's been rumbled on. I've been kind of out of gaming just because I've just been exhausted, and normally it gets easier as the month goes on. For me, it's been getting harder and harder the closer, but Ramadan ends on Monday, so just gonna be constantly, like, once it ends, constant IV of Red Bull. Anyway, combined arms, crush your enemies with 100 tons of plated hull and munitions fire. So, weapons and vehicles, guardians and vehicles, 6v6 with vehicles. Now, that doesn't mean you can't go through with private matches. You can still, get a bunch of people together and do private matches. As I said, I'm going to be working on trying to set up some fire teams, doing some Destiny 1 content on Sundays, pulling a bunch of people together, because there are raids that need being done. But until then, combined arms, 6v6 with vehicles. You could go to private matches. You could also still do SRL. People don't know it. You could still do Sparrow Racing League as a private match. So if you are hungering for Sparrow Racing League, welcome back to Destiny 1. We have it here still. For the weekly story playlist, we have, I haven't even checked, Earth and the Moon. So those are the beginning missions. The only mission you will not get in this is the first mission in the game. This is the one mission, even with Destiny 2, before they took out the Red War campaign, the one mission you could not repeat, unless you basically created a new character, was the first mission. Same here. You won't get to do the first mission, but everything after that will be open to you. Honestly, I like all the story missions, so it doesn't matter which ones drop. Though the enemy, the boss one, isn't my favorite, but I still love the story content for Destiny. Now, the modifiers for this week are heroic. You're always going to have heroic. Light switch. Minions of the darkness deal much more melee damage, which reminds me of that, what was it, Blackout, I think, in Destiny 2, until they nerfed it. Yeah. I always mix up nerf and buff for some reason. And catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. So, lots of grenades, lots of melee. Have fun. This is the best way, I've always said this, to farm legendary marks. You can get 20 per mission, up to 35. It depends. And the Treasure of Ages box. Treasure of Ages boxes are great sources for silver dust. I'm told you can only earn 3 per week, but apparently you can hold on to them because I'm at 6. One of these days, I'm just going to do a whole video where I unlock my Treasure of Ages box. The thing is, I need to remove these to make space, or they're all going to end up in my Postmaster. So you can get up to 3. One important thing I'm always reminding people, because I know there are new people coming into Destiny, always remember, you can only carry a maximum of 200 legendary marks. Once you reach 200, no matter what you do, you will not get more legendary marks. You need to spend them. If you don't know what to spend them on, I recommend going down to the tower and getting planetary materials. They only cost 10 legendary marks, and you get 20. That's why I have so much planetary materials. I have a ton more in my vault, and you can exchange these to the factions. It depends on the week, so it changes every week, but you can each week it changes. For example, with Dead Orbit, so you can exchange these in for standing with the factions. It depends on the week. One thing you can do is look at what your faction is. So right now I'm Future War Cults. See what legendary materials they are accepting, and then spend your legendary marks on those. So you're using your legendary marks on something that can help you in the faction. I mean, it's not the best, most efficient thing to do, but if you need to burn legendary marks because you know you're going to lose them, this is a way to do it. That's one of the things I do. In addition, you have the weekly Siva Crisis Heroic playlist. So for that, you have... Now, the last time I did this was before the Witch Queen dropped. I haven't, like I said, I've been in and out of it. I was able to get matched with a group. I'm going to assume you still can, especially since it's been a couple of weeks since the Witch Queen has dropped. So more people have probably come back again to Destiny. The modifiers are heroic. Enemies appear, of course, in greater numbers because you guys keep pissing them off. I don't know why. I keep telling you, bring them cookies. Be nice. But no, you bring bullets instead. We all have to... Juggler. No ammo drops for your equipped weapon. Now, one of the great things about Juggler, I've said this before, is Juggler means you get more heavy ammo. So what Juggler means is whatever weapon you are using, the enemies you kill will not drop ammo for that weapon. So you need to switch around with your weapons. Juggler is also infected with Challenge of the Elder, so I was dealing with that there as well. But on the positive side, you get a lot more heavy ammo drops. I noticed that. I think I used maybe 3 heavy ammo synths instead of normally I use a lot more because I kept getting heavy ammo. Because if you're using your primary weapon, the only ammo drops you can get are secondary and heavy. So, and when you use your secondary, you can only get primary and heavy. So you will get more heavy ammo, which is the positive to Juggler. The negative is, if you're like me and you tend to favor your primary, you gotta switch out. Also, you do not get ammo when you completely run out. Normally, if Juggler's not in effect and you completely run out of ammo, so you're down to 0, 0, 0, no ammo, the game will give you ammo. All of a sudden, you'll hear a kind of clicking sound and you will get ammo. This does not happen, as far as I know, when Juggler's in effect, because it's all about managing your ammo. So Juggler. Airborne, players deal more damage while in the air, which is awesome. And finally, Catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. Cool. Siva, Crisis Heroic. You get, remember, this is original Destiny. You need a skeleton key to open the treasure chest at the end of the strike. This isn't Destiny 2 where the strike you automatically chest opens. You need a skeleton key. If you don't have a skeleton key, you cannot open the chest. You automatically get, you automatically get a skeleton key if you complete the Nightfall, and sometimes they will randomly drop. But yeah, you have to have a skeleton key. I don't think I have any right now. Okay, the weekly Nightfall strike is on Venus, and it is the mind. I think it's this one, the Nexus. The Golden Age legends tell of ancient tunnels below the Academy where a Vex machine once ate away at the planet, descend into the old dig sites, and find the Nexus before it turns again. The modifiers for this are epic, so this is like heroic on steroids. Highly shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in greater numbers. Specialist, special weapons damage disfavored. Then you have Juggler, so even though specialist, you're gonna have to alternate. Chaff. Player radar is disabled. This isn't that bad. And finally, my least favor, exposure. Now, I've already said this, but the best weapon to use when you have exposure in effect is Red Death. Because, as it says, it's each kill heals you and speeds up reloads. So, if your health is low, equip Red Death and it will regain your health. So that's why every time it comes up with Zur, I always say buy Red Death if you don't have it. It's a great weapon to have. It's a great backup. So that's Red Death. I also always remind people, don't forget to pick up the bounties from Zavala. There's a bunch of bounties on the bounty board for the Nightfall, but you also need to pick up the 3 bounties with Zavala. If you're about to do the Nightfall, pick those up. It includes the one that I think is called the Sunset. I keep forgetting the name of it. I know it involves the sun, and it's like if you complete it in 30 minutes. Gives you a chance to earn that to get the sniper rifle to drop for you. So pick those up from Zavala. You have to go to Zavala to pick them up. They're not on the bounty board. There are more bounties. People don't remember them. People forget about them. I'll admit, I've forgotten to go to Zavala sometimes to pick up those bounties. Anyway, that's the Vanguard Nightfall. Next, we have Challenge of the Elders. As you can see, it's filled in for me. I did do it. I did a very lousy score. Honestly, I did not look at the modifiers before. In fact, I think I looked at the wrong modifiers because I thought exposure was in effect, and it wasn't. So I was using Red Death. Looking now, I realized exposure wasn't in effect. I knew Juggler was. I don't know what I did, but I thought I saw exposure. So, I got a really lousy score because I just went right in and didn't really pay attention. The bosses for the Challenge of the Elders are Kexis the Betrayed, which is the Taken Fallen. The second is Psylocke the Defiled, which is the Taken Hive. And then finally, the Mind, which is the non-Taken Vex. You'll see it in my previous video. Like I said, my score sucks because I didn't really pay attention. I was just trying to get through it, to solo it. I did do it, though, with 0 deaths. I just suddenly noticed that my computer had fully booted up, and I started recording. So it doesn't even start from the beginning. It starts from very early, but those are the bosses. The modifiers are super kill bonus, so don't go with Golden Gun. Don't go with Golden Gun. I ran Golden Gun because, like I said, I did not notice the Juggler. That I knew about. So you'll see me alternating between my primary and my secondary, and there's a lot more heavy ammo, which is a great help, and specialist. So secondary weapon damage is favored. Cool, that's Challenge of the Elders. And finally, the weekly featured raid this week is Heroic Templar Challenge, Atheon Challenge. That would be Vault of Glass. Nice, very cool. Original Vault of Glass. Now, as I said, this is the last week of Ramadan, so this is the last Sunday. Ramadan ends, we have a holiday on Monday. And then starting Tuesday, I will look into what people said in the comment to the community tab about, I'm seriously considering, if you want to comment down below as well, alternating. What do you think about me alternating between 1 week PlayStation, 1 week Xbox? I have played Destiny on PlayStation and Xbox, and they're basically about the same. There are a couple of things I haven't done on PlayStation, I've done on Xbox, and vice versa. So, for example, I have the No Time to Explain on PlayStation. I do not have it on Xbox, but there are things I have on Xbox that I don't have on PlayStation. So, let me know what you guys think about the idea of alternating between the two. I probably would start with Xbox simply because Xbox is just, I like my controller on Xbox. I tend to favor Xbox. Look, I like PlayStation, don't get me wrong, but there are a couple of things with PlayStation that, for one thing, as I said, I love this Razer controller, and they don't have it. They have it on PlayStation, but it isn't as good. And I think I have it on PlayStation 5 as well. I think I uninstalled Destiny 2 from my PlayStation 5 because I don't have Witch Queen on PlayStation 5, on PlayStation. But I think I kept original Destiny, so I could play with people on PlayStation. I still also have my PS4, and my PS3. Anyway, let me know down below. Like I said, if you don't, I'm going to be looking into the community tab. I post a lot of community tabs. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with people who play Destiny, because like I said, I'm hoping we could start raids and grow from it. So even if you're not playing with me, we can have a couple fire teams going, because I know there's a lot of people, more people than can fit in a single fire team who want to play Destiny. So maybe rotate. Anyway, do some Nightfalls, do some raids, and hope to see you at the tower. As I said, it's been awesome.